America at least, like by the time 2000s hit, you know, like Limp Bizkit was hot for like a while and then they just kind of faded, and that whole wave faded here. But in certain places in Europe and across the world, it was popping. So he was actually famous like overseas. But when he'd come here, he'd be working at Sam Ash, you know, as a guitar manager. Nobody knew who he was. And, you know, in the beginning, like he was like when he was telling me about it, because he's the type of person where like he loves to talk about it. Like he's, you know, I love Dave, but he's a very special guy, you know. And he'll you know, give him any excuse to talk about his band and his performance, and he's always doing it. So, you know, initially when he told me, I'm like, this guy's probably like, he did like maybe a couple performances, all, you know. And he comes in one day and he's like, yeah, you know, like I forgot the conversation came about, but he talks about how he won this like MTV award, and I'm like, what? He's like, no, yeah, I did. And he goes on YouTube and he picks up a video. Now this is like MTV in Europe or somewhere over there. It's different, you know. They didn't air this over here, but sure enough, they won. He gets up. You see him mad young. He's on the podium. He gives his acceptance speech, and I was just like, holy shit, that's crazy. It blew my mind, and it was interesting because it was just so weird to see a guy who's like kind of just a regular guy here, you know, like he just. But then when he goes, you know, because he would tour. The thing about why he worked at Sam Ash is because Sam Ash was the only place that would allow him to tour so frequently and give him health insurance. That was pretty much the only reason. So, but yeah, every few months he'd go out tour and he'd go be famous and tell me these wild stories of him being, you know, degenerate and all this stuff, and then come back to America working at Sam Ash, you know. It was just so interesting to see the duality of that. But yeah, anyway, I forgot where we left off. Incendiary, right?
Yeah, we were talking about their playing style.
Yeah, so I will say though, it definitely leaned more to like the metal band than that other stuff. I felt like they took like a piece of that, small piece of that, and you know, a small influence of that to their music. But yeah, I got a couple of clips of that as well. I can start playing us over here. Here we go. Let's play this one first. The Mike video. You could already tell, like, much darker tone. He definitely has like that, like the Rage Against the Machine vocalist kind of sound almost when he's like shouting.
Yeah.
Being miserable and treating other people like dirt is every New Yorker's God-given right.
This is like Rage if they were like a metal band. That's what it just sounds like from far away. All right.
Yeah.
I think I got one more. Play that one. Oh, here's this one. All right, cool. Yeah, so basically Incendiary. Yeah, they were definitely fit the genre. of the different bands that were playing there, that metal hardcore stuff. Yeah, high energy. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about that. I definitely recommend them. And yeah.
Well, just to recap on them. So I have they're from Incendiary out of Long Island. They have 5 studio albums, which their latest one came out this year. It's Change the Way You Think About Pain. And they do have a couple of shows coming up. One second. One is at Brooklyn Monarch on June 17th, and then they're playing in Philly on June 23rd, if anyone is interested.
Cool. You said Brooklyn Monarch and Philly, right?
Yeah, Brooklyn Monarch, June 17th, and then Underground Arts in Philly on the 23rd.
Cool. Yeah, go check them out. They definitely rock hard as shit. Yeah. So, awesome. All right. So, moving along a little bit. Refresh my mind after
that. I think was that Motion City
right?
soundtrack?
Yeah, I think Motion City was after.
Yeah. Or did we go to Japanese Breakfast and back to Motion City? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
We were probably drunk at this point. So remember we walked to the main stage.
Shit.
And then we walked back.
You might be right. I can't remember if after this we went Japanese Breakfast, Motion City, Coheed.
Yeah.
Or did we go Motion City, Japanese Breakfast, and then Coheed?
Because we kind of walked back and forth. It doesn't make a difference.
We took a break. I know we took a break because I remember we went to go get beers and stuff and just kill some time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll say Motion City. Let's just go to Motion City. That was a very exciting one for me. That was, maybe 50% of the reason why I came to this festival, because Motion City was just one of a huge band for me, in high school, going into college even. I followed them basically from like Commit This to Memory. I think Dinosaur Life is kind of when I stopped, but I found out that they kind of disbanded shortly afterwards anyway. They weren't really making music that much afterwards. I found a lot of cool and interesting things about the band, but first off, the craziest thing was, and this made me feel very old, was just the way that, the band looked. The guy came out, what's his name? The lead singer, Pierre?
I think it's Justin Courtney Pierre.
And he, he was older looking. He looked a little heavier. He came out with a cane. I was like, holy shit, man. It just made me feel so old.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was talking about how he had gone through some stuff. He had some spinal issues. Not to mention that he had a bunch of stuff going with his mental health. He was like in and out of rehabs. And yeah,
he was misdiagnosed or something, right?
Yeah, they were giving him the wrong medication too. Yeah. So he kind of was going apeshit apparently in some of the shows a year ago or something like that. So yeah, I didn't know all that. It really it made me think, I was just like, damn, that's crazy. It reminded me of Say Anything with Max Bemis, another really, really favorite band of mine. That one I was aware of when it was happening because he actually was committed to a couple mental health facilities, and he talks about his bad anxiety, and he's and for me, these two guys are like some of the best lyricists ever that I've ever encountered. So I feel like that's not a coincidence, being a freaking amazing lyricist and also a crazy person. But it was all good vibes though, like the audience is very supportive. People want to hear this guy sing. We love the way he sings and performs. I love his music, so it was just great to be, have him out there again and perform. But yeah, that being said, it was great. It was a really fresh wave of nostalgia. And I will say he definitely messed up a lot of the lyrics, which is fine. It's whatever. It's probably been a while, and it is what it is. Yeah. It's just fun to be there and hear it.
They had to use the All American Rejects guitarist on their set. I forgot what the reason was.
The other guy just couldn't make it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually specified, but yeah, the All American Rejects. I don't remember which guy. I don't know if you caught the name, but
I forgot I was already drunk at this point. So
yeah, this is where things start to get a little fuzzy in the evening. But yeah, I mean, it was awesome. They played a lot of my favorite songs. I will say the thing I didn't really like was the fact that they started with "Let's Get Fucked Up and Die." I'm like, bro, that you can't start with that song. That's like, that's either the last song you play or the second last song you play. But we kind of came in like halfway through that song, and I was like, fuck, I love that song. It's probably my favorite, honestly. But yeah, that other than that, great performance. He's a funny guy. He's a quirky, like, nerd. That's what he seems like, and it was just really cool. It felt really cool, and the audience was great. Also, I think it was a much older crowd, so everybody was a little more on the mature side, and just a lot of good vibes. I didn't have any issues coming here with any knuckleheads or stupid people.
That's what I liked about this festival in particular was it seemed like everyone was around like our age.
Yeah,
because I went to a golf ball last year and I just felt out of place because like it was
That's
like a fraternity house.
When we went to the emo night, I think you had left already, but like I got into like this stupid scuffle with these fucking guys because they were tripping on drugs the whole time, and I saw them and they're they're on, I don't know what they're on, but they don't, in their head they're not realizing how disruptive they are being in the concert. Like there's a place to mosh and stuff like that, but you got to read the room. If you're bumping into a lot of people around you and they're not happy, you better cut that shit out or move to the other side of the room where they are fucking each other up and leave us alone. But this was going on for hours, bro, and it was already like 1 or 2 in the morning, and these guys were just fucking like, they kept pushing me, and I just couldn't fucking take it anymore. And then they had the audacity to look at me and like I was the issue, and they wanted to fight me. I'm like, bro, you've been fucking hitting everybody in this venue for like 3 hours straight. You need to relax, But like I said, this was fantastic. I didn't encounter that, nor did I see anything remotely close to that. Everybody was really chill, having a good time. There was that one part where I think like when we were watching Blink at the headlining part of the show where somebody was trying to get more in the front of the crowd, and the security had to stop them. But that was it. Like that was nothing. Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, I got some videos of Motion City. You're gonna hear me singing a couple of these, maybe, and I apologize because I was fucked up. Hey, this is my video. This one came out pretty good. Need a little help to get there. I think I can figure it out, but I'm gonna need a little help to get through it. Need a little help to get there. I think I can figure it out, but I'm gonna need a little help to get there. Need a little help to get there. Need a little help to get there. Need a little help to get me through it. Like he always, like his hair is the same. It's always been that way. But he was skinnier before. His outfit was different, so he looked like a nerd kitty, like a quirky nerd.
He looked like a professor.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude! I was just gonna say that. Like now he looks like a fucking professor with a cane and everything. Yeah. I think he has facial hair too, right? He had a beard. Am I mistaken that? Yeah. I mean, come on, dude. I always love the guy that plays the synthesizer because I love the way he rocks out. It's so hard to rock out on a keyboard, but he's like fucking jumping.
Yeah, I didn't realize that's what he was doing. I thought he was just like a random guy just going apeshit on stage.
No, there was a part of the concert where he was drumming with the drummer. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. But even like before that, he was just like hyping everyone up. I thought he was like a hype guy.
Well, he plays the synthesizer, but if you listen to the band, like the synthesizer's not really doing a lot. They usually come in like small builds and stuff. Yeah. So I feel like it's a lot of free time. Let me see. Do I have any other videos here? I got this one. What's this one?